So this remote desktop situation, imagine streaming video from Netflix, but instead you're going to be streaming a desktop. It's pretty cool, and with this video, we'll get you started on how to access this amazing service. All right, so to get you all started, you are here probably because you are participating in a Caesar tutorial session, and we are recommending that you use the CSDE terminal servers for accessing a particular piece of software, whether it's ARC, GIS, or SPSS data, Atlas TI, Tableau, whatever it is you're working on today. Giving you access to this computing resource is a very high priority. It's one of my personal favorite services on campus. It's just phenomenal, the amount of access that you have through this service, especially in this time when we are remote and unable to access labs and collaboration is really hard. This is just a really wonderful way to be able to continue to do your work and have access to softwares that are normally not accessible really in any other way. So to access the CSDE terminal servers, go ahead and open up your browser to whatever. And then type in csde.washington.edu/computing/resources. And it should bring you to this page that says Remote Access Windows Computing Terminal Servers. I'm going to scroll down just a smidge. In order to access the CSDE terminal servers, you must have an account, so gotta make one. Second link down here that says if you don't yet have a CSDE computing account, please request one here. And then go ahead and type in your credentials, your net ID. And for me, I get this error page because I already have an account. But for you, if you don't have an account yet, it'll open up a little questionnaire. You fill out your name, your departmental affiliation. If you have a principal investigator that you're working with, that's on a special drop list. That might be helpful to add that. What you're planning to use it for. And this isn't an effort for them to limit who is using it, however, using this service. However, they just like to know how it's being used, who benefits from it. It's, just the same way that whenever somebody comes for a consultation at Caesar, for example, we like to take note of who's actually coming and using the service, and then we can kind of start, building what we supply around what people are asking for. And if we find that there are gaps in terms of who is using this resource, then perhaps we can do a little outreach. So, just fill in everything that you can. There are a few required entries and some that are not required, but the information you provide in this survey is actually really helpful for CSDE to understand what their efforts are going for. All right, so once you have all of that entered, head back to that computing resources page. Again, if you need to type it in to get through, that's fine, or just hitting the back button, that can work too. But we want to get back to this home page, and let's scroll down a little bit further. And here we'll see the entry for connecting to terminal servers. Click the little down arrow. Oop. And click See Here for the complete tutorials. Scroll down a little bit, and they have entries for connecting through Windows, Mac, and Linux. I'm on a Windows machine right now, a rather old one, but we'll make do, and I will walk you through the process of at least logging on with a Windows machine. Honestly, for Mac and Linux, it's not all that different, but again, for whatever is relevant to you, click the down arrow and continue on with those steps. Let me open the 4 windows real quick down here. And disregard the indicator here that we will need the Husky OnNet VPN. It's not until 2021. I'll probably have to make a tutorial for that. But for now, this is just going to work for getting through the remainder of this this quarter. So let's scroll down a little bit more so we can get a little more text in here. All right, so if we take a look at step one, we'll need to locate and select remote desktop connection. So go ahead and push the little Windows button in the bottom left and start typing in remote desktop connection. It might be the first one that pops up. And then you'll get this little window. And because I spend so much time on the terminal servers, mine already comes up saved. But let me clear out my entry here. And if you've never logged on to a remote desktop before, your screen probably came up with a blank entry for computer and none specified for the username. So from here, let's take a look briefly back at the web page here. On line 2, where it says, once prompted with a window similar to below, type the terminal server name of choice where it says computer. For example, right now it looks like it's connecting to terminal server 4, so CSDE terminal server number 4, and then furthering the route through uw.edu. So let's go ahead and highlight, copy, and paste. There are 4 terminal servers available, and it looks like for students obtaining accounts after September 4th of 2020, you must use terminal server 4. I've had my account for a really long time, so in order to complete this login, I'll be logging into terminal server 1. But for now, this should look similar to what you have. So far, we got terminal server 4. Click the Show Options button in the bottom left, because we do need to add a username to help us log in so we can actually start streaming this desktop. Let me scroll down a little bit more on the page. And this domain requires you to use your net ID to log in, just as the same credentials as you would use for logging into your email, your MyUW account, for example, to register for classes. So where it says username, make sure to type in first netid / and then your actual netid, AYANDM in my case. And yeah, go ahead and save those just so that you don't have to go back and type this stuff in over and over and over again. All right, and then go ahead and allow that to save the credentials. And for all of y'all, you will want to keep yours set to 4 if this is your first time logging in. Since my account is so old, I actually need to choose another one because I can't log into 4 anymore with my credentials. So I'm going to switch that really quick just so I can, show you what the load screen looks like. And then when you're all set, again, with you using terminal server 4 while I use 1, click connect. And my load screen went pretty fast there. But now I am up and running. Yeah, this was a really fast login this time. All right. And just like I've got here, it's a little messy on this desktop. But yours should look similar. Just with this desktop background with the window with the light coming through. And from here, whether you want to use Atlas TI or SPSS or ArcGIS, those more advanced softwares, or if you want to use just Microsoft Word and Office and all that kind of stuff, you can use it all here. You can access your U drive here. Super useful, especially if one day we get to go back to campus. You can, bring your work home and work through the CSDE terminal servers, save things to your U drive. Then when you go back to campus, maybe in the fall, head to the lab, do your work there. It's really flexible and quite wonderful how this gives you access to all these deeply connected and rooted computing resources. To find those softwares that interest you. Some of them are already on the desktop. Atlas, for example. Stata is here. Otherwise, you can do a search. Just click a little magnifying glass on the bottom left. SPSS. It's hidden in the IBM folder. If you really don't want to go clicking for it, just type it in. This terminal server service runs SPSS 19. ArcMap, we're at 10.7. ArcMap and ArcCatalog are available here. Let's see, Atlas TI. Atlas TI 7 and 8. Let's see what else. Stata. Yep, we got Stata here. So many wonderful things available, and that's like barely even the surface of what's available through the terminal servers. So, enjoy. I hope that this little walkthrough was helpful, and yeah, whatever it is you're working on today, you can find it here. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us at csscr@uw.edu, or you can contact me directly. AYAN as in Nancy, D as in David, M as in Martha @uw.edu, and I'll try to answer any questions that you have about these tutorial resources or where else to go to ask for help. All right. Good luck, have fun, and I will see you all soon.